Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and I am talking to Patrick Brady, the reigning Art of War heavyweight champion. And Patrick is stepping out of Pennsylvania to take on a championship fight in Virginia. And Pat, before we even talk about the fight, let's have a little bit of fun, my man. What's going on? How's the new baby sleeping? How's the family? And what's going on, man? What's up?
Baby's not sleeping. He's up like every 2.5 hours. Declan Andrew Brady is my son. He just turned 3 months old. I have two other boys. I got a Colin Brady, my 10-year-old, and then I have a 7-year-old Liam Brady. They live with their mom, so I have my set days with them. But Declan and my wife Kiki and I, So my schedule's crazy, man. I just got back from vacation, actually.
I saw that. I'm following you on social media. But listen, now that you've been my man Patrick Brady switched to Martinez BJJ a while back, and now that you've been there and you're comfortable and like you're an entrenched family member, I don't feel bad asking you to bust on some of the guys that you train with now, since you're like family now. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions about the guys you train with, and you're going to give me some honest answers. All right? Okay. All right. We'll start off with an easy one. Okay. So you're going to do a lot of grappling tonight in training. Who's the one guy?
We did no G tonight. We did no J.
Who's the guy that you're looking at on the mat that's going to tap you out the soonest, the quickest?
Okay, so typically Kyle gets me with the Darce. So he goes knee and guillotine, and then if I get out of it, I flip over, and he usually hits me with the Darce on the other side of it. But he's different, man. He's a different type of grappler. He's got really, really good jiu-jitsu. And
he's a
I'm not going to punch him in his face when we're grappling, but I don't know that he's ever hit me with any chokes during sparring. But Kyle will get me. Tonight, Chris got me, actually. Kyle didn't get me tonight, but Chris got me. There was 3 seconds left in the round, and I felt the lights going out, and I did not want to tap, and I tapped, and he was busting my balls, and I was telling him, I'm like, dude, I'm going to be thinking about that laying in bed tonight. He's like, that's why. Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's who I am. So, I'll be thinking about that tonight now. Shit.
All right. Let's move on.
But Chris got me. Kyle usually gets me. Chris and I, we get some good scrambles on, but dude, they're both black belts. They're both, they both have been doing jiu-jitsu 10 plus years. And I've only been into it, a little over 2 now at this point. Actually, August. When was it? August? It was 2 years. Oh, Andre's here. Say what's up to Andre.
Andre Petrosky. We got some big news coming soon. We're going to be watching Andre enter the octagon. I can't wait, my man. Congratulations to you, Andre.
Are you going to ask for my fight prediction?
I already know what your fight prediction is. I see you starting all that trouble on social media for Patrick Brady. I know the instigator.
There's a little bit of a backstory to that. There was a little bit of trash talk.
Nobody gets off the hook easy around here.
Absolutely not. Listen,
when
you agree to something, and then
he's just looking out for me. It's all water under the bridge now. But yeah, there was some animosity there in the beginning.
Well, let me tell the people who don't know. Patrick Brady was on Art of War 19. Raiden Kovacs was 18, and Raiden was on there. And people thought that it was a setup for who won the fight. The 2 heavyweight fights were going to fight each other, and listen, Raiden won, but his manager didn't want to come back to Pennsylvania. And listen, a manager's got to look out for his fighter, so I can understand that. You thought that you were going to fight the winner between him and Ian Alston. He beat Ian. He tapped Ian out, so you assumed you were going to fight him in Pennsylvania at Art of War, where you were the champion. And then they pulled the rug from under your feet. But listen, like I said, the manager's looking out for his fighter. You said, okay, I'll do what I got to do. I still want to fight this dude. So you got with Will. You made an agreement. You're going to Virginia to fight him at Cagezilla. But I know there was some back and forth on social media.
So what
Andre
happened was I was pissed off that Raiden and his team took the fight against Ian under the premise that it was for the #1 contender and that the winner would fight the winner of Gavin and I. And when they had declined the fight, I was mad because I'm like, well, why did you take it under that premise? But you know, the idea behind it was they were right. Like they want Raiden to have access to using knees and elbows, which they can do in Virginia, but they can't do in Pennsylvania. But my problem is I like fighting for Art of War because I can sell tickets. It's my hometown, and you know, I was the one who set it up. I'm actually the one who sought out Raiden to begin with. You know, I had looked at the Tapology rankings, and I wanted to fight a top-ranked guy. And
yo, this dude's up every night just looking up the rankings for heavyweights. Dude, I want looking up heavyweights, finding their Instagram and DMing them. Yo, you're a bitch. Fight me.
Promoters love that, man. When you do the work for them and their matchmakers, you're the fighters that's what they love, man. You make the business that much better.
Yeah.
But listen, you can't listen. I completely understand.
Here was my problem. This was the real problem. The real problem is that Ron McCraw made a comment to Bickings saying that he thought Ian really won the fight against me, and that really I should be fighting Ian anyway because he thought that Ian won. And that pissed me the fuck off because nobody asked him his opinion. You know what I mean? Like, nobody was asking. Like, Mike Bickings didn't say, like, hey, Rob, who do you think Brady should fight next? No, Mike Bickings wanted Raiden to fight me next. He didn't ask him who he thought. So, you know, he, like, interjected his own little...
It was in the same context and the same conversation of, oh, hey, we're not going to accept this fight with Pat for X, Y, and Z. But also, I'm going to add my opinion on his last fight to add to it. You know?
Yeah, and that was like...
It's like, dude, you're pulling out of a fight. Don't be a bitch and add some...
Yeah. I mean, but look, like I said, it's water under the bridge. And to me, you know, that's not necessary. Right? I'm not going to say it's like a bitch or anything. Like, it's just not necessary. Nobody really cares. Like, it's just like, hey, look, you either want to fight me at Art of War or you don't. And then he said he was willing to fight me, just wanted to use knees and elbows and stuff. And look, I'm okay with that. Like, and I'm a competitor, so I'll go wherever to fight whoever, whenever. And you know, we made it happen in Virginia. That shit's hot, isn't it? We're eating fire beef jerky, Sweet Reaper, and shit, man, it's hot.
Fire beef, baby. Always keeping us proteined up.
Yeah. So we accepted the fight down there, and you know, I'm excited to fight Raiden. Dude, he's a good fighter. Like, he's a young kid. He's 6'6". He throws straight punches. You know, he touches you. He beat that dude Cody Gamble, and he touched him a couple times while he was trying to get in. You know, Cody's got some wrestling, and he was able to negate some of that as Cody was trying to get inside on him. You know, he's got accurate punches. He's 4-0. Like, he's a good fighter. He's a young kid. Dude, I'm 37 years old, Bob. So it's like, I got a full-time job. I got 3 kids. I got a wife who hates that I fight. My 2 stupid dogs. A house that I got to take care of, and you know,
foster son.
My child over here, who has been staying with me.
You better get some firewood over there for him to chop. I hear he likes to get the axe.
No, we got some wood. Fire, you know. But it's good having him around. Like, we sit down at night, we watch fights, we talk about fighting. We'll end up working positions in the middle of the living room floor, going over technique. It's just, it's my boy. So it's all good. Now, he was supposed to come down with me this weekend, but something had come up, and I'm not going to announce it because I don't know that it's been announced yet, but I'm sure people will find out soon enough. So I'm not going to say anything, but Andre's not going to be down there at the fight with me this weekend. And, I'll be down there. I have Chris Dawkins coming. I have Will Martinez, my coach, coming, and Turnbull's going to come down with me. So, I mean, look, I'm happy with my team. And, I was in there tonight and we were working, man. It's what we do at Martinez. We work. There's no doubt about it. We're in there working, and it's.
You sent me a picture earlier of you in between the Dawkins brothers, and it's a good thing. They made you small, and it's a good thing because you're fighting a guy who's 6'6". That's the one thing I'm sure that you and Will talked about is. The one thing he clearly has over you is a reach advantage. So it's nice to be able to work with guys who are taller than you, and you can kind of at least work some angles or see what that's like.
I think Chris is 6'4". I think Kyle's 6'4". Or Kyle's a little taller than Chris, but they're right there with each other. I mean, look, the difference between 6'4" and 6'6", I don't know how much that is. But I know the difference between fighting a 4-0 amateur and fighting two ranked UFC fighters. You know what I mean? There's going to be a drop-off between who I train with and who I'm fighting. Now, that's not to say that there's not a drop-off between who I train with and myself. And, right? So, I'm hoping that, my work with them and my team. I mean, look, it's not just them. Dwayne Shields is in there. Zed Montanez is in there. I got, Jeff. I got Nick Stephenson. I got access to guys that are just in the same position as me. And then there's guys that are in the position to where people want to go. I don't know what the future holds for me. I'm 37. I'm realistic. My goals are not to become the heavyweight champion of the world in the UFC or Bellator. That's not what I'm doing here. It's not where my head.
You know before. You love to do this. So you do it.
I love. Yeah, this is something I love to do. That it's a legitimate passion. Now, sometimes I beat myself up and I think hey, I wish I would have gotten into this sooner. But it is what it is. 6 years ago, I made a significant change in my life, and I put down drinking and I put down all the bullshit, and and that's when the gears in my life really started to turn. And I fell back in love with boxing, and then which led me to MMA. So, I'm running with this now because MMA has been a positive role in my life. It's been nothing but positive. I'm around great people. I met great friends. I met friends that are going to be my friends forever for the rest of my life. I get married October 22nd. Andre's my best man. You know what I mean? And that's something that's happened as a result of MMA. So ideally, I'd like to go pro after this, and I'd like to get in some pro fights before, Uncle Serb shuts me down. You know what I mean?
Listen, you and I have been friends since you came into the sport. You and I have been friends, and I've interviewed you. I think for
exactly, Bob. Exactly. I can call you. I call you, and we talk life.
Better every fight.
Yeah, and people. It's been great for me. So I'd like to get in some fights before the wheels fall off. You know, the good thing about me is that I did get into it late. So my body isn't as beat up as somebody who's 37, who's been fighting for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, so my body only has the toll of 2 years of fighting on it. So, you know, I feel great. The real only problem I have is time. It's, you know, my days are so full. And like this morning, I left out of the house, pulled out of my driveway 6:15, and I just walked in. What time is it now? You know, it's 10:40. It's 10:45. I walked in the door. You know what I mean? You do the math. That's like a 14 hour, right? Like, and you know, my wife is a saint, and she puts up with it. And I don't know how much longer that's going to last. I don't know how much longer she's going to put up with it. So I'm in it right now for the fun of it and for the passion of it. And to me, like, that's a dangerous person, right? Like, someone who likes to get in the cage for fun is a dangerous person. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not getting in there to fight to pay your bills, your mortgage. That's not, you don't have that pressure.
I don't have the anxiety of I need to win this fight, or I might not. I can't have a loss on my record because I might not. Or like, that's not on my radar. You know what I mean? Like, so that those nerves, that anxiety, like, I don't get it. Like, I played college football, and, you know, I've been in the locker room before where, like, you get a little bit nervous before you walk out of the tunnel. And I don't get that walking on the cage. I'm not nervous. I'm not anxious. I'm a little anxious because I want to fight, right? But I'm not nervous. There's a difference between anxious and impatient and nervous. So, you know, look, man, I'm stoked to go down to Virginia. And
man, listen, Pat, before we go, Pat, give some shout outs to any sponsors or anybody you want to give some shout outs to before we roll. I know the beef jerky, the Petrosky's. Here we go. He's got to get his phone for this one.
Yeah.
Andre's been teaching you how to get those sponsors, I see.
All right, so we got my buddy Rich Wineline from RF Wineline Plumbing. We got Jeremy Sirkin over there, Executive Tree Care. Dude, this dude, Jeremy, is the man. He came to my house. He took down a bunch of trees, emptied out all my flower beds, gutted them all. I'm planting everything new in the fall. Dude, he's got all the best equipment, cranes, all the best shit. Free estimates. Give him a call. Come by. He'll take a look at your tree. Give you a free estimate. Worldwide Restoration. We know who they are, right? Like Garbarino. Fire, smoke, water damages. Worldwide Restoration will come out. They'll make you whole. Water remediations. Primal Nutrition in Philadelphia. Matt Hill. You know, my man Matt. He's in there with me too. Like Matt Hill, he's got fights under his belt. What's he, 6'5"? Like, I train with Matt too. But he's got Primal Nutrition, so he takes care of you with like the pre-workout and the vitamins and the stuff like that. Ace Concrete, which is my buddy Armin. He does concrete out of Delaware County. Antrim Electric. So they're an electric company that they work out at Martinez, Greg and his wife, and you know, I just picked them up as a sponsor. Give them a call if you have any electrical problems in your house. Call Antrim Electric. Fire Beef Jerky. My man Fire Beef Jerky sent me over a bunch of jerky. I got all this jerky at my house.
My mouth's on fire.
For you know, get your protein up, dude. He's always out doing you know, food circuits. He does all like he sets up his tent, sells all this jerky. Go and find out where he is every weekend. I think he's out selling his jerky. Hit him up. And then Beck Roofing, John Beck over there. Again, out of Philadelphia. Any roof problems you got, call Beck Roofing. He does commercial roofs, residential roofs. Give them a call. State Road Builder Supply. So on State Road in Upper Darby, right there at like not far from 69th Street, is State Road Builder Supply. Steve Finelli down there. This is a business that's been family owned and operated for 3 generations. And I'll tell you what, man, like he hits me up. He's like, Brady, I want to sponsor you. Like, and we buy, so at my work, we buy material from him, everything from outside pavers, exterior stone, stucco, drywall, spackle, anything you need to build your house, like everything and anything, bricks, whatever it is that you need to build your house, State Road Supply House. And then we got Jen Beck Realty. She does, she's licensed realtor in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and she's with Honest Real Estate. Again, Jen Beck is in the gym. She's out there on the mats, rolling around with us. And, you know, another one, she came to me, said, Pat, I want to sponsor you. It's great. I mean, like these are people that, like, you know, they want to help. They want to see you be successful. And, you know, I really don't even need to like sell myself. And then last but not least, Mama Sportswear, Kristen Egan is actually my brother's wife. She's got a website, mamasportswear.com. You can go on there, order, you can do custom shirts, or you can do like, you know, she's got like silly, like Free Britney shirts that she makes. And then she's got like comfy clothing that you can wear like around the house, or if like you're a soccer mom, she's got like all the leggings or the sweatpants and the hoodies, especially with fall coming up. Go on there, get yourself some fall gear. And then mymmatcode.com, they did my t-shirts for this fight. By the time this airs, it may be too late to get my shirt before my fight, but you can go in there and John Brennan and his partner Alex, they hooked me up. They made the decal for me. My shirt is a double-bladed axe, and it says Patrick Brady in the middle of it. And it's just a sweet decal. They really look out for local fighters. And, you know, I'm just surrounded by positivity, Bob. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have to sell myself to get these sponsors. Like they come to me and they're just, they enjoy the vibe, and, you know, they just, it's good stuff, man, you know? So I'm excited to go down to Virginia. I don't like saying win, lose, or draw, because the idea is to always win, but it is fighting. This fucking kid is good.
It's about time we got to fight predictions. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I think this fight's going to go to distance. I do. I think it's going to go 3 rounds. I think we're going to touch each other a lot. Like I think there's going to be a lot of, he's going to land some punches. I've been fortunate enough to get out of fights like really unscathed. If you watch any of my fights, like I'm not bleeding. I'm not like, but this fight, I think there's going to be blood in this fight. Like he's going to bust me up.
What's Trotsky's prediction on the fight?
You go first.
I have to stay neutral. It's going to be a good fight. I like both guys, both camps.
All right.
You know,
I think Brady's going to close the distance. Pretty soon, pretty early on. I think he's going to get Raiden up against the cage, and I think at some point he's going to get a takedown. And I think Raiden's going to go to throw up a triangle. Just like he finished Ian. He's going to go throw up those legs. And you ever seen Rampage where he just picks the dude up and kills him?
Yeah. Power slam.
Which would be a Rampage
by power slam.
Yes.
Well, listen, Andre, when you're ready to make the big announcement, you make sure you reach out to me or my MMA News dude. You know, I've been with you the whole time. I'm a fan of both you guys, man. I love going to fights with you guys, even when you guys aren't fighting. I love picking your brains and hearing your guys' opinions on the technical stuff and the fighters. I love you guys both teach me things, even though you're not that old in the sport, Pat. I still learn from you. Andre, he's been a student of the game for a long time. I really enjoy spending time with you guys at fights, whether you guys are fighting or not. So it was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Before we go, I want to shout out to like the most important thing is Will Martinez, man. My coach is the best. his school. I love his school. He's got kids in there. He's got a great kids program. He's got every level fighter in there. He's got the new guy. I saw him today. He had these two new guys in there. And it was literally their first practice, and they're rolling with Will Martinez. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he is. He's hands-on. And, I got to give props where props are due. And they all go to Will Martinez and Martinez BJJ because without that school, I wouldn't be as confident as I am now. You know what I mean?
You don't got to sell me on Will Martinez. He's, listen, as a fighter, as a trainer, as a community leader, he's an ace, man. So you're in a good spot. You're with good people, and that's why you're enjoying it so much. So go to
MyMMAnews.com, huh? Let's not forget you guys over there.
Take care of
Eric, dude. I thoroughly enjoy Eric and talking to Eric, and we're always going back and forth in DMs on Facebook, and he's just a great dude. Served his country proudly.
Look him up because he's supposed to be at the fight, so I'll double check. But Eric Cowell is supposed to be at Cagezilla, so I'm sure he'll be there. Live results, checking you out.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob.
All right, fellas, take it. You better get that milk if that beef jerky's too hot, man.
Hey, let's go. I still got to eat dinner. I'm picking that jerky. I didn't even eat dinner yet.
All right, fellas. Best of both of you guys in big upcoming fights, man. Listen, I'm needy. I'm supposed to pay and stay neutral, but you guys are more than just fighters to me, man. So go kick some goddamn ass, man. Put on a show.
Say it, Bob.